All right, welcome to Game 5, the last game of the series. We've got Franscar versus Myrault, both tied 2-2. And spawn the top left side, our pink Protoss hero. He is Franscar.
And in the bottom right of Cherry Castle, we have the orange Zerg player. It is Myrault.
I don't know what it is about this map right now, but these colors look so vibrant. The orange looks really vibrant, and the pink looks really vibrant. Oh wow, I like these aesthetics around the edge of the map. Little vines everywhere. That's super cool.
That's pretty.
That's really neat, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Hold on, I'm just gonna admire this map for a little bit. Apparently you have a hatch first. Yeah, okay, this map is pretty interesting in my opinion, because there is a quick, easy third to get, but it's so widespread and so open that, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just better just to completely skip that, forgo it, and you just go for this these other bases over here. And over here. Now, this map actually got released a while ago, but got a lot of reworking done on it. In fact, the middle base, the layout of the middle of this map, and the layout of how this this little cross-shaped thing is, has also gotten very changed by quite a bit. And before, I felt like it was a little bit too choky in some areas. I feel like he's alleviated that problem.
Yeah.
I remember I played a PvT against Teddy Bear on this map, and it was like in the very early stages in the map. Seems yeah, actually yeah, I recognize this map still. I haven't played it for a while.
Seems improved is what you're saying.
Yeah, I would say it's an improvement.
Excellent. All right, well, very good. Again, pretty much the same thing we see in this entire series. We're going forge, fast expand for our friend Franscar. Myrault going to throw down that third hatch here fairly soon in response to what he sees coming down from the Protoss player, getting that gas, getting that spawning pool, as well as extra drones. And yeah, the drone gets on in. Going to get a nice scout off, just checks to make sure the Nexus is there, and then says, all right, it is. Time to go for that third hatch.
And, yeah, interestingly enough, Franscar went for Gateway first before Porch. Not really sure, I don't know enough about PvZ to say anything about that, or the reasoning behind that. Franscar, most likely going to opt for a gas relatively soon. And as you mentioned, the third hatch has been placed down. Instead, opting to go for this expansion instead of the mineral only.
Yeah, pretty smart. You need that gas. Makes a lot of sense in my estimation. Cannon coming up for that defense, and go for it.
They are spawning cross position, which makes expanding a little bit awkward for the Zerg player. Every direction that they expand is going to be towards the Protoss.
Yeah.
But of course, their early game is going to be a little bit safer. So taking this early, quick third base makes sense. It does. Before even any Zerglings were made, or hydrogen, at least a hydrogen wasn't made yet. And yeah, he's now morphing into Lair. He does have access to two gases that he. Oh, sorry, no, he only one gas. Choosing instead to mine from his natural gas instead of the main.
Interesting choice. Probably just preference, I'd have to imagine. Lair coming up, speed coming up as well for our Zerg player. Cybernetics core just about to finish for Franscar. What are we going to see the tech choice going to be? We're going to go Stargate? It seems like the games he goes Stargate he does a lot better in, but hey, there we go. Actually going to go get that Twilight Council instead. Dun dun dun.
Ooh, could this be Stalkers? Oh, I would be so hyped to see Stalkers. And actually, Stalkers might not be a bad idea, considering how widespread out these bases are. There's a lot of different avenues of attack that he can take. In fact, the main base is even kind of quite vulnerable to blink.
That could be pretty scary for sure. We'll have to see how Myrault is able to do with this, but Twilight Council wraps on up. What's the next choice going to be for Franscar? Something immediately.
Oh, more gateways. Oh, is it going to go for Stalkers? Please go for Stalkers. Oh, he's going Stalkers. Yes! Yes! This is going to be so cool. Okay, but there are some resources that he needs to get. He first is getting Duality Charge, which is a completely separate upgrade for Stalkers that increases its attack range by 2. And I think there's also another upgrade that you have to get access to High Ground Vision, which
is the Void Oscillator.
Yeah. Yep. He's gonna have to get that the Void Oscillator upgrade pretty soon. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see this happen. And also, the thing is, Myrault is actually going for Spire, and Spire, as we remember, can allow you to make mutas, which is a pretty good unit. But mutas are also a light unit and a great attack here, a great defense here, I should say, by Franscar, protecting that one cannon, taking down all those Zerglings. Now here's the thing, Myrault did make that attack. He did see that Stalker. So I wonder, what is his next plan of attack going to be? He is morphing his Hydrogen into a Lurker Den. This is a really, really perfect response. Now, this is kind of an interesting interaction because you basically have the Lurker, which is basically invincible against Stalkers. But where do you place the Lurkers? You know, do you put it in your middle lines? Do you defend your middle lines first? You know, they are quite immobile, and Stalkers are the opposite of that. We do have some Stalkers being across the map towards the bottom third base.
Yeah, so you're saying the Stalkers pretty much get ripped apart by Lurkers? Is that pretty much...
Yep, Lurkers are definitely really good against Stalkers, and Stalkers are great against mutas. Yeah, we're gonna get some nice drone kills here. 2 drones killed so far. We might see some nice Blink Micro back. And some Hydras. Hydras are decent against Stalkers. Stalkers are also reasonably good against Hydras. And a nice Blink back here. Gonna retreat, recover some shields. I really want to see some strategies where you use the Stalker's map control and mobility, and you supplement that with some pylons for some energize. I think that'd be really, really cool to recharge their shields.
Yeah, so Stalkers definitely making their mobility, using their ability to their advantage, running around trying to not get caught by these Lings, but the surround...
Blinked. He blinked too early.
A little bit too early, the Lings... Oh, they do get a full surround there, taking down one Stalker, getting a no!
Nice.
The second one manages to blink out. Amazing blink control there.
Oh, man.
Well played there
so
by Franscar.
Cool. I don't know why, but Blink and Starbow just makes it seem so cool. Whereas in StarCraft 2, it's very typical. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Such a clutch Blink.
Blinking away from the Lurkers, but he knows there's Lurkers out now. I'm not sure he wants to keep on this Stalker path, but at the same time, he's still producing them back home.
Yeah.
What is that upgrade? Oh, now he's getting the Void Oscillator upgrade. It's just about finished, allowing him to see up
he
cliff.
The Lurker. Uh-oh. Ooh, this is a questionable decision. He's going to lose quite a few Stalkers now.
Oh, last second blink gets 4 of them out of there. Well played. Now getting chased by these Speedlings, though. Not a good position for the Stalkers to be in. Trying to blink as best he can, but the Speedlings are fast. They can catch up to your blink. Trying to get a surround, but there aren't quite enough Lings to do it. Lurkers chasing as well. We're going to see how far they're going to be willing to chase these guys all the way back, maybe, to the Protoss base.
You know, I kind of think... I don't know. I feel like Stalkers should have a higher attack speed or something. I don't know. I feel like they're slightly underwhelming, but I feel like they're such a really awesome, cool unit in Starbow. And yeah, now Lurkers are up here. Gonna melt away this the front here. Take down the Forge before it completes the +2 upgrades.
Oh,
very
clutch
nice
pickoff, taking on that Lurker. Indeed. For sure. What is the answer going to be to these Lurkers? Switching over to Dragoon production, as well as getting that plus attacks for both of these ground units. So well played, very smart. Indeed, the Lings come up the front door, take down the Photon Cannon, giving way for the Lurkers to get a little bit closer, sniping down the second Photon Cannon. There is nothing left to detect these Lurkers. There's an observer in production, but there's not one on the field right now. This is looking huge for Myrault.
Yeah, he should have gotten Dragoon production a little bit earlier at this point, once he saw those Lurkers. But he's going to do the best he can. Keep in mind, Stalkers are great against the Zerglings, and the Dragoons are good against the Lurkers. Oh, and using the Stalker Blink to really to redirect the Lurker spines in a different direction. I do like that. And yeah, he holds. This is turning out to be a pretty interesting game so far. Franscar is
definitely worthy of being a game 5 in this best of 5. Fantastic play for sure. The Observer came out at just the right moment to allow Franscar to clean up those Lurkers. I was going to say Ultralisks for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's good that you point that out, because that was some really close timing with the Observers. And now I like how Franscar is using his Dragoons as defense and using the Stalkers in an offense position. If he can just get up this ramp here and really decrease the amount of surface area that these Zerglings have on top of them, that would be great.
But so many Stalkers are falling. Doing a good job, actually.
Yeah,
fewer than I thought. Trying to morph the Hydras into Lurkers, but the damage to the egg is a lot more than you'd expect. But again, the Lurkers are here, going to chase things away. The Scourge trying to get... Oh, Scourge get picked off by the Stalkers as they blink on up into the main. Huge play All these drones are very, very susceptible to dying. The lurkers trying to kill what they can. Stalkers being so annoying.
Yeah, no
killing
kidding.
what they can. Killing workers and they're just running away.
Oh, blink out, blink out. Very nice.
From the lurkers. There it is. The Lynx chasing as best as they can. But again, just focusing on taking down workers. Such good micro. Getting stuck in a corner. Finally get cleaned up there. But wow, an effective stalker approach. Stalker harass all the way through all those bases by Franscar. Just great play.
Yeah, and now it looks like we're gonna see transition over into more of a mid-game composition here, replacing all the stalkers with other units such as Templars instead to deal with the Zerglings, and replacing the stalkers with Dragoons to deal with the lurkers that were made as a counter to the stalkers. So I kind of wonder. This is looking out to be a pretty interesting matchup so far. Very, very unique, not like something that we see typically. Now we do have the lurkers nicely spread out. Gonna maintain some kind of map control. Keep the Protoss inside his base for a little bit of for a short period of time. Now this is a soft contain, not a hard contain. He does have access to the mineral only now. Does have some lurkers here, or did have control of that mineral only, I should say. And yeah, he does have the Dragoons now, which are good against the lurkers. Good storms. Gonna try to take down some Zerglings.
Yeah, storms are okay, but any storms you can force out here in the middle of the map are better than having them happen at your home base. So, yeah. Excellent play here by Myrault, just making sure the storms aren't quite available in case of an actual push. But no, it looks like Franscar is more interested in maybe solidifying a third base here, throwing down some pylons, trying to take that third base, waiting for the amount of minerals required to get that Nexus, and they're going to go ahead and take that as well. The push forward, though, pretty darn strong with these Dragoons. We saw them really lay waste to everything on the ground that Myrault had in game number 3. So go ahead. Looks like we're having an engagement first, but I'll talk about storms later because that seems like it'd be a pretty big issue. Okay. Oh, nice storm. Oh, that was a great storm. That was absolutely sick storm. Does a crap ton of damage to the mutas. Yeah, and, all of those mutas were wounded.
The Templar, no! Oh, great storm again. See, the thing about Great Storm is it's not about necessarily killing a ton of units. As long as you can use the Templars to kill the unit that you're designed to kill, which are the Zerglings, they are good storms because you're now leaving the Dragoons to deal with the lurkers, and that's always a great trade for the Protoss opponent, for the Protoss player. And a nice pick off here with the Zerglings, a nice run by here. Gonna pick off the third base here that's only protected by only one Zealot and 2 cannons that aren't even in range. But he's gonna trade and take down this mineral only. Not a big loss for the Zerg. But once again, the Dragoons trading quite well against these lurkers, and even doing marginally well against these mutas.
Yeah, Storm's just doing such a good job at this. The Lings trying to take down this Nexus, but a few of them run into the cannons by accident. I have to imagine 2 observers in this group, the Scourge, are trying to take care of them, but they can't quite do it, morphing more and more Hydras into lurkers. But as you said, lurkers might not be the answer to this Dragoon push. Hydra's at the top of the ramp here as well. It's a difficult ramp to push. I'm not sure if Franscar is even going to try at this point.
No, and here's the thing though, because now he lost all his Templars, and he's got there's a bunch of Zerglings down the map. This is the time for Myrault to attack. As long as he can kill that, if he can kill that Archon, those Zerglings could just absolutely wipe out that army. But it looks like Franscar knows this, and he's just going to back up and wait until he gets some more Templars. So once again, he has done a great amount of damage. He's taken out the mineral only. He now has access to this gas base. If he can hold this, that would be absolutely wonderful, and he's going to be definitely maintaining his lead and even increasing it.
Yeah, Franscar in a very, very solid position for sure. 3 base to 3 base at this point. Losing that one was huge. Trying to rebuild it. Here on the right side, the drone is patrolling, finally planting it. It's going to be a while before he gets any income from it, however. Defiler's on the way, though. Is that researching Consume? It is. Okay, so Defilers might be nice against this Dragoon composition, throwing down that Dark Swarm to protect the lurkers against them. But here we come, marching right up this very, very skinny ramp is Franscar. He wants to go for the kill right now. Ultra pops out, immediately dies to those Dragoons. Lurkers dying left and right. Lings are the response, but I don't know if there are enough of them. Scourge trying to take down observers. Did they actually get those? Yeah, did get the observers. None left on the field. That was huge. Dark Swarm coming down. The lurkers coming to take that position underneath at the safety of the Dark Swarm, and that is enough to force Franscar out of there. Lurker, ooh, huge. There we go. There we go.
Very nice.
Oh, gets the Archon as well. That was a nice pickup.
Yeah, losing that base definitely would have been catastrophic for a Zerg player, but fortunately he was able to defend it, considering he has 2 hatcheries there and access to a gas in that location. And, uh-oh. Oh, man.
No.
Oh, no, Franscar.
Oh, Franscar, no.
Being at why have you done this to all of us?